Welcome to Travels with Van. This week we'll be going to Ireland, Dublin to be exact. Now of course this is the home of Jameson whiskey and Guinness beer. Now if you're not normally a beer drinker, I understand, but I do suggest that you try a Guinness at least once while in Dublin. A great touristy place to have your first Guinness is Temple Bar. Guinness in Dublin, it isn't just beer, and it doesn't taste like beer from anywhere else. It's creamy, it's just better all around from there. So you definitely have to try one. I also recommend taking the tour of Guinness Storehouse. Here you can do Guinness tasting, learn to pour proper Guinness, and have a Guinness at the Sky Bar while enjoying the views. Jameson is a whole other experience. I personally enjoy the tour of the Jameson distillery more. Here we're taken on a tour of how Jameson came to be. This also included a taste testing and of course a free drink. Now please enjoy this short clip of the tour.
Pure clean water. Now the word for whiskey derives from the Irish word Ishkabaha, which means water of life. It's a great name for whiskey. The Donegal River flows through our Middleton distillery as well. It's a life source for our whiskey making operation. The second ingredient is barley. And we generally use barley grown on 100 miles of our distillery, then import premium, non-GMO corn made from France. But we use two types of barley when making our whiskey. The very first one is unmalted barley. It's still very, very hard, it's still very intact in its husk. But it's nice, it gives you a creamy, mouth-coating texture, with little subtle hints of spice in there as well. The second type of barley, different again, it's going to be called malted barley. Now, malted barley is produced in a malting house, where the barley is soaked in water, then stored in warm, humid conditions for roughly about 5 days. The reason we're doing that is so germination can occur. Kind of tricking the barley into thinking it's springtime. So you get the sugars and enzymes needed for fermentation. After that, though, you want to be left with dried, germinated malted barley. In Bow Street, in the early days, we used traditional malting houses. Big rooms covered in these ceramic tiles. The tiles at the centre of every station you're going to feel. Now they heat up, they're not too warm, so they're not going to burn you, no problems. There's also unmalted and malted barley there. If you want to pick up some unmalted, have a smell. Compared to the malted barley, might be a little bit sweeter, a bit more like a cereal maybe. Big difference, right? There's not a huge difference there, I will be honest. Later on, the barley will bring its character, play its part, have its role. That's just a very standard idea what the two of them are really like side by side. When it comes to that,
now I recommend purchasing your tickets for these two separately on Via Tours. You save a little bit of money rather than doing the skip the line guided tour for like $90 when the only thing that tour has other than this is a guy walking you from one to the other. And while in Dublin, getting around is actually pretty quick and easy. You can see everything by walking or public transportation, which is widely available. I enjoy using apps such as My Taxi and Uber, as you can usually set times to pick you up in advance. Not to mention, they're pretty reasonable priced. Now, the photo you're looking at now, this is Penny Bridge. It got its name due to being the only bridge that you were able to cross that river with, and its toll was a penny. Now coming up now are the Moher Cliffs, made famous by a few films. Now I recommend finding a tour that allows you to view both from the water and the trail on top. But make sure you're safe and walk behind the trail, as many people have fallen off and died, including one person a week before I came. This is due to the cliffs being very unstable still, and tourists just trying to reach over for that perfect selfie. Don't risk it, just stay behind the stone fence. It's much safer that way. hope you enjoyed that last little video clip. Bar crawls are a thing in Ireland, and I would definitely recommend this one to anyone who wants to learn or hear just some traditional Irish music. Not to mention those guys were a lot of fun. You're sure to have a good time with them. Now, if you don't care much for the tours and just want to have fun, then Temple Street is the place to be. There are a few hotels right on the street. That's if you don't plan on going to bed before 3 a.m., as it can be extremely loud. Now, the area does have something for everyone too. There's bars, clubs, shopping, restaurants, souvenirs, and those little touristy trap games that everybody likes to do now and then. Now, I know the question on everybody's mind. Phone chargers. How do I charge your phone? The outlets. So, outlets in Dublin are much like the ones in England. You know, they got like those three little prongs, kind of looks like little rectangle cube things. So, be sure to get an adapter. And with that, this concludes this week's episode of Traveling with Van. I hope you enjoyed these little tips, the little pictures, videos, and everything. I'll leave a few links below on my favorite little tours for Dublin. And let me know where you want to go to next. In no way are we affiliated with sponsored by Via Tours.